How's it guys, Travis from Ostrich Longneck here. I'm back with the next video on the USS Defiant build. In this issue I'm going to be doing most of the lights completion. I'm going to show you some of the wiring which I've done and things like that. Hopefully by the time I get finished with this video it's almost ready for the two halves to go together. As I said in the beginning of the last video, I think it was, it's not a very big build. I haven't looked yet exactly how many parts. I can't remember if I did check or not, but there's not that many parts. I don't think I actually checked to see how many parts there are, but it looks like it's very few parts to this model. So hopefully once everything's done and all the parts are in place nicely, everything will be lighting up just the way I want it. So let's get to the workbench and show you the progress I've made so far. Hopefully you'll enjoy it. So I'll be back now. Okay guys, here's a close-up view of everything. There you can see the LED strips which I'm going to be using for lighting the top of the Defiant. Those ones over there I'm using to light up the warp nacelles. These ones over here are just going to be to light up the windows. Same on this side. Windows, warp nacelles, windows, and then as you can see they start off there, go to there, come over to here, then I'll loop them around to this one over here, and eventually to the power distribution board. That wire going out there is just connected to the power for now. So that's everything so far. There's the inside of the windows which I cut out. What I was doing was watching Stargate SG-1 and I was drilling the holes out, and I just kept going and going, and when I looked again I was almost finished with all the windows and I hadn't videoed a single one. So anybody that wanted to see me do the windows, if I remember, I'll show you the couple of windows that go on the front part of the ship, how I do them. Here at the back is the two navigation lights. There's one that comes underneath over here that I still got to drill out, and three on the top. I think on the sides of the warp nacelles, over here somewhere, over here, and over here somewhere, there's two nav lights, but these ones appear to be permanently on the episode which I was watching, where Odo gets the disease and they have to take him back to his people. These lights are permanently on, but the rest, the three on the top and the three on the bottom which I just showed you, these ones over here, they all flashing. So I'm going to just put the top of the ship on, and then I'll be back now to show you what it looks like. Be back now. Okay guys, here's the top of the ship now on. Purposely left it off so you can see what it looks like as it is now. As you can see, these parts are still the original parts. I haven't cut anything out. As I say, all I did was sand the back of it a little bit, light block it so only those parts can let light through, and this is the result. Now a lot of people say this model can't be lit. As it is, you have to buy the parts to light the kit, this model, but I say you don't have to. Just by sanding these parts down enough that they become thinner, and these parts over here, As you can see, there's enough light. It's just the middle ones I drilled straight through, so I've still got to put something in there just to block the light a little bit. But those are shining pretty good. No light kits, nothing. Just the model as it is. Now what I'm going to do next is paint this blue and then mask off these parts, and then of course they'll be ready for the rest of the painting. I still got to do these pieces. I want to put a little piece of pipe on the inside because that's supposed to go in further, but I'll get to that later. So that's how far I am right now, guys. I'll be back later. Okay guys, here's a quick update. As you can see, I've painted the outside of the warp nacelles blue and the inside of the warp chiller grills. I have painted them blue. I'll see what that looks like now. I'm just letting that dry. And on the inside of these, I think I'm going to paint them also blue just to give it a little bit extra. But that's where I am at this stage. I'll be back now. Okay guys, here's a quick update. Sorry about the TV in the background, I forgot to switch it off. As you can see, I've painted the holes here blue, this red, and this blue over here. Now I'm going to switch on the lights and show that you don't have to bowl that stuff.
Yeah, we're going to go for musical instruments, thanks.
As you can see, that's lighting up pretty nicely.
We will go first.
Those and those are lighting up pretty nicely. I'll be back now. Okay guys, there, I've turned the TV off so hopefully you can hear me better. I still got a lot of work to do. Sorry about that. Loose wire. But as you can see, this is coming through pretty nicely. All I did was sand the inside of this thinner, sprayed it on the outside and on the inside. Same there, I just sanded it quite thin, and as you can see the light's coming through pretty well. Same over there, I've sanded it down. It's now just the front part that I still have to figure out, but so far that's looking pretty good. I still got to glue the whole thing together, and then once that's all done, painted, there you can see my navigational lights. So there's still quite a bit of work to do, guys. I'll be back a little bit later. Okay guys, there's the final update for this video. This is the top half of the ship. As you can see, I've painted these parts in blue and that in red. The nav lights in the front I've light blocked. I've got the front part over there on with a deflector dish painted. You can't see, but a very small piece of well, there was, it seems to have broken off, but there's inside that hole is a bit of fiber optics. Don't know why it broke. And then I've got on the one side I've got my red LEDs. Now what happened here was the legs broke off, so what I did was take some SMDs and sand that down and stick it in, and that shines through nicely on both sides. So that's done. The one thing I do want to show you quickly, just grab a battery. On the top here I drilled a hole in and I made it the size of the SMD. Soldered 2 wires on, put it in place. Well, got it nice in place, put some super glue to hold it in place, checked it. Once I was satisfied, I glued it all in place. Thank goodness everything works still afterwards. And then I just sanded the SMD nice and smooth to the concha, and this is its result. A nice floodlight effect to light up the registration. Now the only thing is I did raise it a bit up with some styrene in 4 different places so it can light this area up a little bit more. So around those edges I'll just have to put something in to fill it up, but that will be for another video. So that's the top half of the ship. Now for the bottom half of the ship, as you can see, all the wiring's done. I've light blocked everything. I've got my 4 connections for the wires to come in. I've got my photon torpedo launcher circuit, my phasers, my navigation lights, and the power for the rest of the lighting. So that's where I am right now. All these parts are glued in already. The only thing I will admit to is I wish I had glued these parts onto the top, because it looks like these ones are going to be a bit of a problem fitting, but hopefully with a little bit of sanding just to make it a little bit smaller, it will fit without a problem. But I'll get to that ridge when I get there, or should I say I'll cross that bridge when I get there. So that's everything for now, guys. I'm not going to make an extra piece of the video which I normally do, where you see me. In this video I'm going to say make it this the end of the video this time. I'm not going to video myself. So that's it for this video, and I hope you're enjoying the video so far. This isn't a very big build. I worked it out. I think there's a total of 17 parts, including the stand, to this whole model. Oh yeah, and the one last thing before I go. The one thing I did make was I made these pieces of styrene here, because these are the impulse engines. Now on the model they're very flush against there. They go in, now to find where they go in about that deep on the model, where they got to go in a lot deeper. So as you can see there, I've now done that, painted it red on the inside. Once the model's glued, I'll spray paint on the inside there with some red, and then hopefully all the light on the inside of the ship will shine through there and make it look like the impulse engines are on. So that I will show you in another video. That's it for this video. If you like Star Wars, the new movie, then I suggest you go watch Trevor's new model, which he's going to be building. He's going to be building the X-Wing fighter from the beginning of the movie, where you see the X-Wing in the foreground that's crashed, and the Star Destroyer in the background, and the motorbike driving past the back. He's going to build that as a diorama. So I think that would be quite a nice video to watch. So please guys go and watch that. I'm sure that will be a fun build. So that's everything from me. I hope you got some nice models for Christmas, and happy modeling. See you around, guys. Subscribe, hit that like button if you like it, leave some comments. I'll appreciate it. Enjoy. Cheers. Happy modeling.